Hello, I'm Tojiku, and I'll be taking you through um, credit expense repayments feature on Niva. So, you know, if you actually made an expense and you made it on credit, you are yet to pay, or you paid part and you're not done paying, and you want to document each step of the payment, right? You want to document it. So, you could actually use the note feature, right? Um, if you click on view expenses, you can view the expenses there. So we already have a credit expense there, right? You can see of type credit. So if you click on edit, right, guys, under the expenses section, you click on edit. You can use the note feature to manually, document each part, and you can use the documents if you have any documents there, and be uploading, the documents, and be updating at every point in time. But if you want something a little bit more, say you want to document even further, right? You want to document even further, so you can use a feature called credit expense repayment, right? So you want something more sophisticated, right? A little bit more. You don't want that. That is for those who want it. So you can use something called credit sale repayment. What is credit expense repayment? So that is a feature that is there to help you document each step of the payment, right? So how does it work? Okay. So let's open this in a new tab. So if you click on view credit, if you click on that, right, you can see this is what it's going to show you. So you can see that it's showing you credit expense uh, details, right? It's showing you that. So with this, it's currently showing that it has no credit expense repayment for this credit expense, right? So this is how you can document each part. So you can use the add button to actually add a credit expense repayment. Or from here, you can actually click add credit expense repayment. So if I use this button, right, and I click on add, so you observe, right, it shows the credit, the expense details, and it gives you a form to use and to impute the credit expense repayment. So each step of the way, right? So once you impute a credit expense repayment, you can't edit it after 7 days, right? So that's how Niva works at the time of recording this video. So let's impute a credit expense, right? So let's say payment method. Let's say cash was done, right? Cash was done, and the payment amount. If you try to put a repayment amount that was more than the outstanding balance, it gives an error. So you need to put an amount that is lesser than or equal to, right? So let's assume 150, or let's assume 100,000 as we pay, right? And then we put the date of repayment as today, right? So then we select the employees involved in repayment, right? So let's do this. And then we can select the equipment involved in repayment. So you can watch the equipment video to understand equipment in depth. But equipment are basically just um, equipment are basically just um, anything used to make work easier in your organization or used to carry out work in your organization. It could be from things like laptops, whatever it is, right? Vehicles, whatever it is used to carry out work in your organization as are known as equipment. So let's just leave that. Documents on Niva are basically, right, any, you can see that there are documents, like files you can upload to that for within the allowed file format. So let's assume we have an like a receipt we want to attach, right? So we can use this to attach, and it gives us the opportunity to select for. So let's just select a receipt quickly. um let's select a receipt quickly, right? So we can still attach up to 4, right? And you have video links, right? So you could use this. If you copy a video link and you attach, right, you be able to view, or the team members that have access to that information can view it, right? So you can use the tip section to actually view a list of some that have been compiled and just uploaded, so that you can use that, right? But you can feel free to use any other video platform you want, or file upload platform to upload the video. But for this tutorial, we'll just copy this link and we'll just paste it there, right? So when we do that, additional details for any extra notes you want to attached, right? So when we do that and we click submit, so you can see that you have the credit expense there, right? It has been created, right? And you, if you notice now, you will notice something. You would see total amount paid. This is the amount you have paid, and the outstanding balance is this, right? So if you click on view, you can view the details of the credit expense repayments, right? So let's edit. If you go back and you click on edit, right? So you have the option to edit the, let's say you want to edit the credit expense repayments, right? And you can see you have a bunch of things you could use to edit. So let's say um, if you look at this document section, and this is the key highlight that made that we want to emphasize here. So if you check this, right, you delete the existing document that was uploaded before. If you select a new document, right, it's going to replace the already existing document there before. So let's just select a new document. So you can still upload more documents if you didn't upload before. The same thing with video links, and you can update the notes. So let's just click this, right? So what does happen now is anytime you edit a credit expense repayment or you delete it, you will notice first off that the serial number is in red, right? And as the serial number is in red, it has to indicate that it has been edited at least once. The owner of the business and the managers both get email notifications that this has happened, right? So when you click view, you will notice that it has been updated, right? And the image has changed, right? So if we click um, back, right? So you can see here that we can view, we can see all of that. So if we click delete, it will delete the credit expense repayment. So if we tap delete, it will ask us if we want to delete it, and we say yes, right? It deletes that. So as it stands right now, we can go back to the expense details, right, and still update it to paid. We can edit it and update it to paid, right, because we don't have any credit repayment, a credit expense repayment. But once you create a credit expense repayment, you have to ensure that you completely impute, you record every step of the way till you've cleared the debt before you can convert an expense from credit to paid, right? So let's do something now. Let's come here and let's create two credit sale repayments. Let's say the first one 100,000, right? And date of repayment, let's say today, and then let's say this, right? And then let's click submit. So you would notice that the outstanding balance here 100, right, and it's showing here. If you come to the expense and you click this, when you view it, you can also see it's the outstanding balance 100 and the paid amount is 100,000. So now let's come here and let's add a new credit expense repayment, right? So you can see, let's select this and we put another 100, right? And then we put date of repayment and we select the employees involved in it, and let's click submit. So you can see that they are both there, right? And it's showing total amount paid, outstanding balance 0. If we come here, you can see that you no longer see the option to add even here because you are done repaying the debt. So you just have to convert this sale from credit to paid. And how do we do that, right? So if we go back to the, sorry, if we go, you have to convert the expense from credit to paid. So if we click on edit, right? If we click on edit and we click on credit, we click paid, we select the payment method. So we just put orders in this case because the credit sale repayment, the credit expense repayment handles that. And then let's click on update. So you can see that it has updated, right? And it's showing the serial number in red. And if we click on view, right, we can still view the credit sale repayment, which takes us to this page, right? So it still shows us all of those and we can still view them. So that is that on credit expense repayments. We hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for your time, and do enjoy the rest of your day.